And now for something completely different.
What's going on YouTube? So as I said in the introduction, this is something completely new for my channel. No idea what this is, what to expect. So we're going to check out Hey Ren. I don't know if this is a band. I don't know if this is a solo project. Everything I see is just a guy kind of sitting in a room. But I know that it's huge. It's got 8 million some views. I know that almost every reactor has covered this. Anytime I check out Ronnie Radke or any reaction videos at all, there it is, right? So some big name reactors have covered it. So obviously there's something major happening here. So I'm not going to spend too much time. Let's just go ahead and head into it right now. Okay, so one thing I have noticed while I was looking for the little picture that you see right there is somebody said that this is the screw tape letters of the streaming generation. It was like an article that was made. Which I find incredibly interesting because Screw Tape Letters is one of my favorite works by C.S. Lewis. It's a bunch of letters written by a senior tempter. So just imagine like a college where they teach people how to be demons. And he's writing to his nephew, who's kind of like a new pledge at this school, I guess. And he's giving him advice on how to properly tempt people, which people are called patients in the book. So it's really interesting. So I'm kind of interested to see the connection here. We'll see what that's all about. I didn't read the article, but let's get into it. If you're new to my channel, I do tend to talk a lot, analyze things a lot. So there's your apology, and you won't get any more. So here we go. So getting some Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes here. Oh, there are lyrics. Okay. So at first I didn't know if this was going to be like that. I forget who that artist is that's really popular from like Vietnam or the Philippines or something, where he goes crazy on the acoustic guitar. I thought maybe this was that, but I see there might be some lyrics there. So that's cool. I'm almost hearing like a Spanish influence there. I don't know, but I mean, it's an acoustic guitar. So. Tiny Tim vibe. That's pretty cool though.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ran. I've been taking some time to be distant.
Oh, okay. So we got multiple voices happening here. So this is going to have to be one of those things where you look at a bunch of times. So is this like depression or anger or just some kind of tempting force that's kind of trying to talk him? Let's back up. Let's back up to the lyrics real quick. And I like how he kind of swapped voices a little bit there.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ran. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I...
Okay, this is cool. So the other voice is just kind of like him trying to do better, you know. I don't know if this is multiple personalities or what's happening, but really cool. I like the different voices. So so it's almost like, you know, I don't want to say like his normal self, because like what is normal, right? But like the one that's trying to like be more productive in society, maybe more just responsible or grounded or whatever, is trying really hard. And the other side is telling him like, why are you turning your back on me, right?
Really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here, I don't want to keep going back to Fall in Reverse, but like this is... you know, when he talks about in Watch the World Burn, you know, he says, I don't take meds anymore because they don't work, right? They're just temporary. And, you know, so you've got one person over here who's trying really hard and the other one just like, what's the point? And, you know, and I think anybody struggling with this, with depression or anger or whatever, you know, you've always got that voice that says like, what the hell's the point? You know, why? It's just not going to work. It doesn't matter. You're not good enough or whatever. So this is
all your
shit.
problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate.
Dumb boy.
This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kind of doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on my side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretend.
Wow, okay. So this is a question of like, all right, you know, obviously art, being a musician is outlet, right? And this could go for anything in your life, right? Anything that you feel like defines you or anything you enjoy. It's almost like how do you rate that? You know, people are so stuck in like numbers and an image and things, and you know, you've got to hit that bar. You got to hit that bar. And what is that? Is that, you know, like back in my day, it was radio. You know, if something was played on the radio, or if people bought the album, or if it was on MTV, you know, yeah, for you youngies, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But if it was on MTV, it was a big deal, right? But what does that mean now? You know, like, is it number one on Spotify and all that? So anyways, you know, so what's the question? And I like how he's saying it really doesn't, none of that stuff matters. The Grammys and all that is like, you know, I connected, you know, I'm connecting to people. And even if just like 1,000 people or 10,000 or however many people are affected by this music, you know, people who are struggling with this, get this message, then he's done well. And even if he's not remembered, like, you know, it's just really, really deep. And I love the kind of going back and forth here.
That's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you, I don't need you.
Jeez. So that was great. He's like, oh, this is your message. Well, Eminem did it. And then he's like, but I did it with guitar. And he's like, well, Plan B did it, you know? And that's the other thing with art and music and literature and movies and everything, right? It's like, at what point is everything gonna have been done, you know? And that's why we see so many like remakes. That's why art tends to be cyclical, where like every 50 years you kind of see it regurgitated again. It's just because we run out of ideas, you know? And yeah, you know, technology gets more and more, but like we still kind of have the same ideas, you know? And then you start getting like avant-garde art, and that's just like that. But you know, you get what I'm saying. So at what point are you just doing what's already been done? And at the end of the day, is that okay? You know, again, a lot to it.
We've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you, say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
That was kind of, hang on. That was kind of neat what he did there with those drops. He kind of like was strong, and then he quietly said died, you know. And I don't know if that's playing off the whole thing, like, you know, if you want to kill me, you got to kill yourself. And, you know, and it's almost like what that voice is trying to do is just bring him down so far that he gets so angry that he just, you know, that's how a lot of battles are lost.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Die, survive. I'm gonna lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender when standing in front of my solar eclipse. My name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Look at Devil Went Down to Georgia here. Wow, okay. So now I'm getting the Screw Tape vibe. You know, at first it sounded just kind of like a voice in the head, right? And now he's just coming right out and saying that I am temptation, I am sin, I'm the devil. I am noticing the cross earring, so I don't know if he's typically religious or not. But I'm getting that Screw Tape vibe. You know, basically how you've got a tempter whose job it is to do everything they can to tear you down and turn you away from whatever's going to fulfill you in life, you know? Because I don't want to get this to get about religion, and I don't even know if this song's about religion, but, you know, this definitely applies to anything, right? Whether it's your job or your family or anywhere where you're just trying to get by, and there's always that voice that kind of breaks in there, and it's always been there, you know. So hopefully he stays strong here. You know, and let's just say the guitar playing is insane. Can we just say that? Like, really, really good and raw. A lot of emotion. Good stuff.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So care of the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a to different sides.
Holy shit. All right, I'm going to have to relook at all those, but I got it. You know, you see the battle in this song, and part of me after the demon came out, I was worried, like, okay, I hope he doesn't, like, cave. But then he stands up. Wow. And then it's a whole, you know, he's like, I've been around too, you know, and I'm called Hope, and I'm the one that counters everything. So, and I've been meant to be tried and twisted. That's a really amazing line, you know, because we're not perfect, you know, and that's kind of what we're created for. So. There's a little more.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David.
But let's think about that for a second. There's no winners or losers, but there are victims and students. So it's almost like there's no way that you can overcome psychological torment, but you can learn from it. And what was the other one? Victims, or you can be a victim to it. That is really
were
deep.
victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast.
So the more intensely light shows, so the brighter you shine, the harder that things fight against you. See, I remember when I was becoming a Catholic, and when my wife and I was getting married, it seems like we were tested stronger than ever during that time. And for a while, I was a sponsor for catechisms coming to the Catholic Church. And I used to tell them that, like, when you start, like, when you're just living your life, it is what it is. But when you're trying is when things get hard, you know. Now, that's from a religious point of view. And then also is the same in the world, you know, like in your job. If you try to advance, people are going to try to tear you down. You know, in the music industry, obviously, you know, again, Ronnie Rag, he talks about this. You know, the higher that he goes, the more people are going to try to knock him down. And it just is what it is, you know. So the more intensely light shown, the darker the shadow it cast. There's like 20 amazing quotes just from this one video.
And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods.
Oh, God. Okay. Holy shit. All right. So a little bit to unpack there. I remember when I was like 18 years old, there was a time, you know, I was in high school. I was all caught up in the cool, uncool. That person's cool. That person's not cool. And I finally one day, I don't know, I just like woke up one day. I was like, what does that even mean? You know, there's people who are happy. There's people who are unhappy. There are people who are nice. There are people who are mean. And there are people who are successful and not successful. And that's really it. You know, so the whole cool and uncool thing doesn't, it's pointless, you know. And I remember at that point, life getting a lot easier, like a lot easier. So it's kind of what he's talking about, you know. You're worried so much about numbers and goals and imagery and all these other things that you're expected to do. Once you throw that away, it gets easier, you know. And I like that he says the dance is eternal. And it separates us from angels, demons, and gods, who are already, it seems like, are already on one side of the dance, right? You got demons are on one side, angels are on the other, and we're kind of stuck in the middle. So, God, this is so deep. God.
And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
There's no winners, no losers. Do you realize it was all done in one room with one guitar? That's crazy. All right, let's talk about that. All right, so that was insane. Like, let me know what else is out there. I know there's some other songs he's got out there. Sick Boy was another one that kept popping up. If it's similar, is it just him and his guitar? That whole video was shot in one room. A couple little lights flickering here and there. There's one other person that wheeled him in a wheelchair. Probably a few camera people. And a guitar. And that was it. That is impressive. And you could take away so much from one video. So many just quotes that everybody needs to put like in the forefront of their brain all the time. Right? There's no winners or losers. There's only victims and students, I think he said. Once you decide to kind of settle down and stop looking at the end game, life will get easier for you. And you'll reach that end game, whatever that might be, you know. Just so much stuff packed into, 8 minutes, whatever that was. But very well done. But anyways, nobody recommended this to me. I normally thank somebody. But usually when I cover something new, it brings new people to my channel. So welcome. If you want to check out some other stuff, go right ahead. That's cool. Let me know what else to check out. Hopefully we'll see you in the comments. But until that time, everybody be safe, healthy, and be nice to each other.